Hello, my name is Malik. Nice to meet you. Welcome back to I need to start to learn how to contain my excitement, but it's kinda controlling itself. So let's go. The second I was alone, I started thinking about this afternoon. I was thinking about this afternoon all this time. Are we talking about the random shifting in the divergence, right, Okabe? If that really was a worldline change, then what was that the cause? The most likely possibility was that someone had succeeded in the developing something like the phone wave. We were able to make one. There was no reason for someone else calling. Another possibility was that no, there was no use in thinking about it. What? I was just mistaken. Tell me. And even if the world line did change, we were not the cause. We didn't have anything to do with it anymore. Wherever I was alone, I was ended up thinking about things that won't do me any good. I took the phone out of my pocket and taped the icon. Chris. KIRYU's expression was as self-satisfied as ever.
こんな時間にどうかした？
いや、なんとなく話がしたくなって。迷惑だったか？
別に迷惑ってことはないわ。あんたと話すことは私のためにもなるんだし。
She was an AA after all. She won't be bothered no matter the hour.
先輩とは会ってきたのよね。
ああ。
何の話をしたの？
何って、お前とのやりとりについて報告をしただけだが。
それだけ？どこかへ誘ったりは？
No.
まだそんなこと言ってるのか？ヒアジョーさんに言ってみろ。また怒られるぞ。
だってようやく先輩にも運が向いてきたかもしれないんだもの。せっかくのチャンスを掴んでもらいたいでしょ。
KIRYU seemed intent on getting me and Maho together. Sheesh, doesn't she have other things to think about? Things to think about. Would she have anything to say about that other matter?
なあ、ちょっと相談なんだが、消息不明になった人を探すにはどうすればいい？
Oh!
随分と唐突ね。
KAGARI!
身近でそんな話があったんだよ。でも自分たちじゃどうすればいいのかわからなくてな。
詳しく教えて。
Okay, tell her the name. She leaned forward, suddenly interested. She really was a curious girl.
それが
言えないことなの？
俺だけの問題じゃないからな。
Ah, come on, Okabe.
それで相談に乗ってくれって言われても無理がある。
だよな。一般論でいいんだ。意見を聞かせてくれるだけで。
そうね。一番いいのは警察に行くことね。
That was the obvious and correct answer.
あとは更新所に頼むとか、過去の新聞記事を当たるとか。あ、でもそういうことはもうやってるか。
どうかな。
どうかなって。まさかそんなこともやらずに探そうとしてるの？
俺も今日聞かされたばかりなんだ。後で確認してみる。
But KAGARI was from the future, and Suzuha didn't have any personal documents in this era, either, which meant that it was unlikely she gone to anybody in the government.
アメリカなんかではダウジング屋通して人探しをやるなんて人もいるよな。
まさかあんな何の科学的根拠もないものを信じるとでも？
いや、言ってみただけだ。
よかった。 もしそうだとでも言ったら二度と話なんかしないところだったわ。
She really was just like Kurisu.
ありがとう。参考になったよ。
見つかることを祈ってるわ。
ああ、それと。
何？
いや、なんでもない。
何よ、気になるでしょ。
本当になんでもないんだ。それじゃあ今日はこれで。
Why was I just about to say that? I was just about to tell her about my Yuri's Christmas party to see if she wanted to go. Oh, Okabe. Kurisu was just an AA. She only exists inside of a computer. I guess I was just starting to see her as real.
どう？父さん。何か手がかりはあった？
いや、残念ながらこっちは何にも。
そう。
The search of Mayuri's future daughter, KAGARI Shina, was taking longer than expected.
一つ聞くが、警察には行ったのか？
うん。一応言ったんだけどね。でも、捜索願いなんかは出してない。
I was right. In order to submit a missing person report, you need to have ID to prove who you were. That's why Suzuha had done it. And also, I later learned that the only people who could submit a search request were people like family and significant others who were close to the missing person.
僕の方でも昨日軽く警察のデータベースにハッキングをかけてみたんだけど、それっぽい情報は出てこんかったよ。
だろうな。
つうことは、オカリンも見てみたん？
ダルのように内部情報を見たわけじゃないがな。
There was a database of missing persons on the police homepage, but it didn't go back very far and it didn't have a lot of information. All it had was age, sex, clothes, and sometimes possession they were carrying. Since we knew nothing about KAGARI Shina, we had basically nothing to go on.
でもさ、一見平和に思えるこの世界でも、身元不明者や行方不明者ってたくさんいるんだね。
I thought the same thing. Each year, over 100 unidentified bodies were found in Tokyo alone. If you expand that to cover all of Japan, then went back 12 years, you have a pretty big number. And the number of missing persons was far greater. Each year, almost 100,000 people went missing. And 1 out of every 5 was in their teens. Of course, most of them just ran away from home, and 70% were found within a week after a report was filed. But if 17% of them were found in the first week, that meant that 30 of them weren't. In fact, 5% of them were never found at all, and no one ever knew if they were alive or dead. Perhaps KAGARI Shina was caught up in an accident or killed, or perhaps... I sat up, then got off the sofa. Decided to Kobe.
ん？オカリン、どっか行くん？
もうちょっと調べてみようと思ってな。
School would be on break soon anyway, and it wasn't like I had anything to do. And while I had been very interested at first, at some point I'd become really interested in the whereabouts of... Oh my god, yes! That's my Okabe. And more than anything...
ありがとう、オカリンおじさん。
別にこれくらい大したことじゃない。
うん。それでもありがとう。
As long as I was looking for KAGARI, Suzuha probably wasn't going to bother me about the future. Having her bring up the same thing every time we met was hard for me. If I could get her focused on something else, that would make things easier. Or so I thought, but finding clues wasn't easy. Just in case, I'd gone to the National Diet Library and looked at articles on missing persons and crimes in 1998, the year she got separated from Suzuha, but I had no luck. Suzuha said she had been looking for Kagari every few years on her way to our time, so I knew it won't be easy. But I couldn't help but feel a little tired and disappointed.
どうかした？
あ、
何？
いや、
What? Okabe, I called Kurisu without even releasing it somehow. Oh, okay.
ねえ、昨日よりさらに疲れてるみたいだけど大丈夫？
そう見えるか。
声のトーンがいつもより低い。結膜に多少の充血も見られる。もしかして昨日言ってた件を調べてたの？
まあな。
I told Kurisu what I heard from Suzuha and Daru and what I found at the National Diet Library.
バカね。そんなことなら私に言ってくれれば簡単にことは済んだのに。
どういうことだ？
私ならネットワークに接続してオンライン上の情報をリサーチすることができるでしょ？
あ、そうか。
I forgot. She was an AA that exists inside a computer, so something like that will be easy for her.
なんなら少しやってみましょうか。
Yes.
す
Say
ぐにでき
yes.
るのか？
それほど時間はかからない。
Okay.
それじゃあ頼む。
わかった。少しだけ待ってて。
Kurisu fell silent on the screen and didn't move for a moment. Maybe 30 seconds later.
もう結果が出たのか？
ネットワーク上で検索してみたけど、1998年以降、椎名かがりという名の女性が何らかの事件や事故に巻き込まれたという情報は得られなかった。
Okay. So she didn't react with that name. This game is throwing me off. But I'm happy that she didn't react.
同姓同名の人物は3名ほど検出。ただ、年齢を考慮すると、その人物があんたの探している人である可能性は限りなく低い。ご要望なら、その人物のデータを後でメールで送るけど。
いや、いい。
When I stopped to think about it, even Suzuha would have been able to do a search for her name on the internet. And what Kurisu was saying was almost certainly right. The Kurisu Makise I had known was always right.
それじゃあ、私にできることは以上かな。あとは、あんたたちにしかできないやり方で探すしかないわね。
俺たちにしかできないやり方？
その人物がいなくなった場所の近辺で地道に情報を集めるの。究極的にアナログな方法だけどね。
Yeah.
やっぱりそうなるか。
Suzuha had been doing that forever, so I couldn't imagine I'd find anything new. Ah, right. But if that was my only option, then that was what I had to do.
にゃにゃキャーじゃなかった。おかえり。
I spun around when I heard a voice behind me.
やっぱりあかりんだにゃ。こんなところで何してるんだにゃ。
フェイリス、それに。
Luca!
こんにちは、岡部さん。
なんだ、珍しい組み合わせだな。
ついさっきそこで会ったのにゃ。そしたらルカニャンが荷物いっぱい持ってたからそこまで手伝ってあげることにしたのにゃ。
Kurisu is like... I took a closer look and saw that Luca was holding bags in both hands. If you add in what Faris was carrying, it was quite a lot. He was trying to carry this all alone? Lukako?
ねえ、 ちょっと。
今何か聞こえませんでしたか？
いや、これは別に何でも。
I quickly hid the smartphone behind my back.
ちょっと聞いてるの？
また聞こえたにゃ。もしかしてさっきオカリンが話していたのはそれかにゃ？
いや、これは。
It shouldn't matter if they found out. But I still felt guilty, so I closed the mails up.
電話中だったのにゃ。
ああ、ちょっと知り合いに相談事をな。
相談ですか？
そういうことだったんだにゃ。後ろから見たらオカリンが一人でブツブツつぶやいているように見えたからちょっと心配したにゃ。
Did I look like she needed to worry about me? But well, if she saw me talking to my smartphone in a place like this, I guess I could understand that.
でも水臭いにゃ。何か困ったことがあるならフェイリスたちにも話してくれればいいのにゃ。
Aww.
そうです。僕じゃお役に立てないかもしれないですけど、でもお話くらいなら。
ありがとう。でも大したことじゃ。
No, wait a second. Both Faris and Lukaku had lived in Akihabara since they were born, and both of their families held important position here. Maybe asking them won't be such a bad idea after all.
実は今、人を探してるんだが。
人ですか？
I told them that I was looking for a girl who gone missing 12 years ago in Akihabara. Of course, I didn't tell them that she was from the future or that she was Mayor's daughter.
その子がどうして行方をくらませたのか激しく疑問だにゃ。
すまないが、そのあたりの事情は話せないんだ。
にゃー。
そういう話に心当たりはないかだけでも聞いてもらえれば助かるんだが。
分かったにゃ。とりあえずフェイリスの方は黒木に聞いてみるにゃ。
Kuroki was our family butler. I met him several times. In the same way that Faris naturally looked like a maid, Kukori just naturally looked like a butler. Come to think of it, it was rather strange for a maid to have a butler for a servant.
あとメイクインニャンニャンのご主人様たちにもそれとなく聞いてみるにゃ。
僕の方もお父さんとそれから氏子の方たちにも聞いてみます。
悪いな。そうしてくれると助かる。
Both Kuroki and Lukaku's dad knew a lot of people, and they had a far better chance of finding someone than we did. I hope they could at least find some small clue.
それはそうと、ルカ子。その山ほどの荷物はどうしたんだ？
これは昨日お父さんのお客さんが来るっていうお話はしましたよね。実はそのお客さんの一人がしばらくうちに滞在することになって。
それで必要なものを買い揃えていたそうにゃ。
If they were a guest of Lukaku's father, they must be fairly old. And from what I have heard yesterday, they probably had some unique hobbies. And cosplaying! Thanks, guys!
それは大変だな。
いえ、僕もちょっと楽しいですし。
Fun. Lukaku shared the same blood as his dad, so perhaps he had some latent interest in those hobbies.
あんまりのめり込みすぎないようにするんだぞ。
I gave him that warning, then went to leave. Well, I tried to leave, but...
よいしょ。
ルカニャン、大丈夫かにゃ？フラフラしてるにゃ。
大丈夫です。僕だってこれくらい。
も飲んでいってくださ
いや、遠慮しておくよ。お客さんだっているんだろ。
い。そうですけど。
I could bear to see him struggle like that, so I carried his bags to sit to the shrine with him. Ferris had gone back to her cafe.
それにしてもこの荷物、いくらなんでも一人で運ぶには無理があるだろ
僕だって最近は少し力がついてきたんですよ。今日も岡部さんに言われた素振りだって。
Aww. Sword exercises. That was the training I gave him when he told me he felt too much like a girl.
う。精神残魔流か。
It was so stupid, I couldn't even laugh.
すみません。
Thinking back, I was amazed he put up with that nonsense.
ルカ、帰ったのかい？
I could hear his dad's voice from their home behind the shrine office.
はい、今行きます。
それじゃあ俺はこれで。
はい、ありがとうございました、岡部さん。
Lukako bowed deeply as I left Yanabashi Shrine. On my way home, I thought about what the two of them had said.
でも水臭いにゃ。何か困ったことがあるならフェイリスたちにも話してくれればいいのにゃ。
そうです。僕じゃお役に立てないかもしれないですけど、でもお話くらいなら。
I didn't release until after they spoke. I had gone to Kurisu before I'd gone to anyone else. I brought up the app and started talking with her before I even released it. She wasn't the real Kurisu, but that voice, the way she acted, all of it reminded me of Kurisu. All of it brought back the emotion I tried to hide. There was an incoming call on my phone. It was from Kurisu. She was probably there to complain about me hanging up on her early. That would be just like Kurisu. But I didn't answer. We didn't? No? No answering? No? You don't want to answer. Okay, you decide. I didn't answer any of the other calls that came that day either. The United States of America, California. Huh?
まったく、なんで私がこんなリポートしなきゃいけないのよ。
The reporter Jessica Edmond had rushed to the scene at her director's orders, and she was pissed off about it. She dreamed of Hollywood and even been in a movie once, so how did she end up reporting on this crap?
何でもいいから仕事をよこせと言ったのはお前だろう。
確かに言ったけど、だからってこんな事件。
落ちぶれた生意気な女優崩れを使ってやろうってんだ。感謝されたって文句言われる筋合いなんじゃない。
なんですって？
それともここでも仕事をほっぽり出して逃げ出すか。何もかも中途半端で、そんなことだとガキの親権も取られちまうぞ。
You will lose custody on what? On who? She hated herself for not being able to say anything. Her stupid pride got in the way. She dreamed of being a Hollywood actress, but all she got was a bit part in a B movie. It had never gone anywhere after that. Then she had a kid and came back home. Still, she loved her kid. She wanted to make sure they were taken care of, no matter what she had to do.
それで現場は？
その茂みの奥だ。
Huh? She went into the bushes, and there she saw it. So what? Several bodies, all brutally mutilated.
このように国内において行方不明になっている研究者は今年に入ってから5名。そのうちの3名についてはアーティフィシャルインテリジェンスの研究を行っていたとされており。
What? Wait. But those are monkeys.
その背後には人工知能技術の発展に反対する原理的宗教主義者たちによる活動も影響しているのではないかとみて、当局ではさらに捜査を続けている模様です。続きましては現場からのリポートです。ジェシカ。
こちら現場のジェシカ・エドモンドです。今朝早くこちらの現場で発見された遺体に関して当初人間のものと思われておりましたが、その後の警察の調べによりますと、それがチンパンジーやオランウータンといった複数の猿の死体であることが分かりました。ただしこれらの遺体について一部脳および頭部が欠損しているものもあるとのことで、警察では猟奇的事件として地域住民への警戒を訴えており。
Wait, what? They found monkeys and orangutans and their brains and part of their heads are missing.
なあ岡部、お前この後授業は？
First yelling of orangutans and monkeys.
いや、今日はもう終わりだよ。
For a moment I thought it was going to be a jelly person, and I was going to throw myself if that would have happened.
そっか。じゃ、どっかで飯でも食ってく？
どうせまたカレーだろ。キッチン倒壊か？
昨日ちょい臨時収入あったから、今日は豪勢にもんでいいかな。
俺はやめておくよ。今月ちょっとピンチだし。
そっか。じゃ、また今度な。
あ。
I was talking with my friends after class. I really started to get used to this. Before the summer, I felt really out of place at school, but now it didn't seem so bad. Back then, I thought I was special. But now I knew better. As long as you make the effort to fit in, you can find a place to belong. People can change. No, they change whatever they want to or not. It was too late now, but I learned something about myself. It really was too late.
さてと、それじゃあ帰って。ん
As I head for the exit, I realized that I recognized one of the people passing through my field of visions. That was Leskin.
記念教授?
My college went out of its way to attract exchange students, so it wasn't unusual to see foreigners. But still...
いない。
I hurried after him, but the person I just saw was already gone. Was I just mistaken? Come to think of it, the professor being here won't be strange. He may have come to meet with my advisor, Isaki. Isaki had wanted to get to know him.
今度教授に会ったら聞いてみよう。
I glanced in the direction he'd gone and then left the school for Akihabara. When I came out of the turnstile, the radio building was right in front of me, like always. The time machine that Zuha had used to come here was probably still on the roof. Even if people didn't go up there often, it was still amazing that no one had found it after so long. Of course, that was all thanks to fairies. She rented out the roof of the building and sealed it off. Of course, I had come here to look at the time machine. I got message from Lukaku and Paris after I left the lab last night. Both of them had asked, and neither of them were able to get any useful information for me. It made sense when I thought about it. If there was a missing person report, somebody may remember the police doing something, but there wasn't. But Faris had said something interesting.
でも、おさげの幽霊が現れるって話を聞いたにゃ。
おさげの幽霊？
そうにゃ。なんでもその幽霊は何年間に一度現れて小さな女の子を見なかったかと探し回っているそうなのにゃ。
あ
何年経ってもその姿が変わらないから最近になっておさげの幽霊だって言われてるにゃ。
That was definitely Suzuha. What would she do if she knew people thought she was a ghost? Okay. I held back a laugh as I tried to imagine it and then head for the radio building. My goal, of course, was to find information on KAGARI. This was where she'd vanished, which meant this was where I was mostly like to find clues. I went around to each store inside the radio building and asked, but didn't hear anything. Of course, Zuha would have done the same thing, so I didn't expect much. But that didn't mean I couldn't just stop. The parts shops, the commercial facilities, even the back alleys. Even after all that, I went all around Akihabara asking people about KAGARI. But I didn't learn anything useful. Some people told me the same story about the ghost in Twin Tales, but no one knew anything about KAGARI. If a little girl was kidnapped or got into an accident, somebody may witness that. But going missing was a different thing. If KAGARI Shina vanished of her own free will, all anyone will see was a 10-year-old girl walking down the street. Nobody will remember that 10 years later. I tried to think again if there was a better way. If the police and government were of any use, that left someone connected to the underworld.
裏世界ね。
As soon as I said it aloud, I dropped the idea from my mind. How stupid. That's something the old me would have thought of. I given that stuff up.
そういえば
I run all over Akihabara looking for something once before. I wasn't looking for a person then, but a thing. Oh, okay. Stop bringing things of the other world line, you scare me. 6 months ago in the Alpha World line, I gone looking for the same thing that Suzuha had searched for in the past. Back then, that's right, Chris was with me. When Chris and I had learned that there was an IBN in Lukaku's storeroom, we worked together to carry the heavy thing.
あんたね、前に進まないでよ。私が後ろ歩きしなくちゃいけないでしょ。横に動きなさい。
Thinking back, all she ever done was complain. She was strong-willed, bratty, and hated to lose, but she was still so lonely. Once again, I take my phone out of my pocket without releasing it. Amedus. Since I had picked up any of her calls yesterday, she hadn't called at all today. I stared at Amedus' icon for a moment, and then put my phone back in my pocket. When I got back to the lab, I saw that Daru was completely exhausted. There was no need to even ask. It was obvious he had found a single clue. Suzuha had been doing this for over half a year, so her face didn't betray her emotions anymore. Daru didn't even bother asking me how it went. He probably tell from the look on my face.
考えてみたらさ、これまでだって鈴葉がそれなりに探してたわけでさ、それを僕ら素人が今更また蒸し返したところで新しい発見なんてあるわけないんだよな。
Daru said what I had been thinking but trying not to say.
手伝ってくれてありがとう。これ以上無理はしなくていい。捜索は私だけで続行するよ。
No, I want to help. Suzuha evidently had no intention of giving up.
いや、ちょっと待って鈴葉。僕が言いたいのはさ、
父さんたちに無理させるわけにもいかないから。 かがりの件は私の責任なんだし。
バカ言うなよ。子供の責任は親の責任だろ、上皇。
父さん。
ね、今のどう？かなりパパっぽかったと思うんだけど、なんならパパ大好きって言って抱きついてくれてもいいのだぜ。
Watching these two always give me a strange feeling. For a while after they first met, they were complete strangers, and now they were father and child. And age-wise, they were exactly the same. Maybe I could understand how Suzuha was feeling, but I had no idea what Daru was going through.
とにかく僕が言いたいのは、ただむやみやたらに探したところでダメだろってこと。
じゃあどうしろと言うんだ？
餅は餅屋って言うでしょ。こういうのはやっぱ専門家に頼むのが一番だと思うんだよね。
専門家？
こういうのはある程度裏の世界の情報にも精通してる人に頼むのが一番だろ、上皇。
Early he came up with the same idea I had. My head hurt.
心当たりがあるの？
ち、父さんを甘く見ないでほしいな。僕はオタだけど顔は広いのだぜ。
横幅も広いけどな。
茶化すなっつーの。
っていうか本気で言ってるのか？本気で裏の世界の人間とやらにつながりがあると？
ちょっと連絡取ってみる。
Before Suzuha or I could respond, he took out his phone and started typing a message to someone. Was he serious? And was text messaging the preferred way to get in touch with the criminal underworld?
どう思う？おじさん。
実際にそういう人物が本当にいるのなら頼んでみてもいいとは思うが。
In fairness, being a hacker was a pretty underworld sort of occupation too. If I knew someone like him, it was quite possible that the person he said he knew really exists.
よし、送信と。あとは返信が来れば。
That was fast.
お、
もう返事が来たの？
うん。今からそっちに向かいますって。
随分と話が早い相手だな。
遅いよりはいいんじゃね？
That was true. Daru was sending another message. He was probably telling her where we were. Now all we had to do was wait for her arrival. And the phone rang. Not Daru's phone, my phone. Was it KIRYU again? I picked it up and it was Lukaku. That was rare. When he wanted to talk to me, he always went through my KIRYU or sent a message via text or line. Or wait, could Daru's underworld contact be Lukaku? Maybe there was a top secret information network connection all this shrine in Japan and Lukaku was one of its members. Nah, my old habits were coming back. It would be rude not to pick up, wouldn't it? Pick it up. The call ended before I could answer. Is that good? Sorry, I will call back later. I'll just have to deal with this right now. I apologized to Lukaku in my mind. And then he sent me a write message. Was he in a big hurry? I got a little worried, so I checked the message right away. Sorry, there is something I want to talk to you about. Can we meet? It can be whatever is convenient for you. It's something that's hard to say over Ryan or the phone, so I'd like to meet in person if it's possible. Sorry for being selfish like this. What the hell, Lukaku? What's wrong? It must have been something important. Maybe I should pick up the phone. Just as I was about to call back, I hear sharp footsteps coming up the stairs, and then a knock.
Hey, Dazu!
Who is it? What? The person who opened the door. It was...
こいつまた
It was MOEKA KIRYU. I had seen her since the ATF seminar.
お茶どうぞ。
MOEKA was silent, with her head tightly slid forward, seeing her cause a dull ache with me, like my heart was being squeezed dry.
どうして
Why was she here with Taru? I had any number of doubts in my mind.
どうしたんオカリン？
いや
MOEKA tied her head a bit to the side, and I quickly averted my eyes. There was no connection between Sarah and us anymore, so she wasn't going to kill Mayuri. She wasn't going to kill Mayuri. She wasn't going to kill Mayuri. She wasn't going to kill her. I say to myself over and over again, and finally start to relax.
おじさん、顔色悪いよ。大丈夫？
気にしないでくれ。それよりもダル、説明してくれ。
ああ、この人は桐生氏。ヘンプロのライターさんだよ。
桐生萌香です。
She sadly handed me her business card, which had the name of a company called Arc Rewrite on it. Daru gave a brief explanation to me and Suzuha.
なあ、ダル。お前はどうしてこの人と知り合いに？
前にさ、桐生氏の担当してる雑誌で秋葉関係の都市伝説を扱った特集があったんだよね。その時に僕のバイトのこと取材したいって申し出があってさ。僕のバイトってほら、あんま大きな声で言えないやつっしょ。だから取材に関しては丁重にお断りしたんだけど、ただ僕って普段から足がつかないようにかなり注意してるんだよね。なのに桐生氏はその僕にたどり着いた。それが気になって。で、会ってみたらこの通り、すげえ美人さんだったわけだ。都市伝説を追う美人ライターとか燃えざるを得ないだろう、上皇。
Oh. And that's how they met. Suzuha was frowning as she saw how direct around MOEKA. She didn't say anything, but I could tell she was thinking that he'd be better off directing his attention toward her mom. MOEKA, for her part, seemed completely uninterested in Daru. She was wearing her usual poker face and fiddling with her phone. She's still using a Japanese feature phone instead of a smartphone, huh?
まあ、専門ってわけじゃないけど、秋葉についてはかなり詳しいみたいだし、結構裏の方の事情も知ってるっぽいから頼んでみるのもありかなって。
人探し、そう聞いた。
Yes?
うん、実はね、12年前に秋葉でいなくなった女の子を探してほしいんだお。
Daru told MOEKA KIRYU the basic story. She was dead silent the whole time, but she typed his word into her phone with incredible speed. I say nothing and just watch. She was on surrender. She probably still was. Was it okay to trust her? It was just a coincidence that I ran into her here. I knew that in my head, but my heart just refused to accept it. Here in the Better World line, we never encountered MOEKA before. Of course we hadn't. I chose the Better World line so that won't happen, even though the cost was Chris Maki's life.
つまり、その椎名KAGARIという人を探せばいいの。
Yes,
そういうこと。どうかな。
やってみてもいい。
マジ？
でも見つかるかはわからない。
もちろん、その場合はしょうがないよ。
Normally, Moeka and I would never have run into each other like this. Of course, we may have crossed paths in Akihabara. We almost ran into each other when she came to interview Dr. Leskin and Maho at the ATF seminar. But I convinced myself that we were never going to meet each other directly. But this fate, where she and I fate to cross paths at some point. If that was the case, maybe it was better not to try to avoid her, but to watch her to see what she did. As I listened to Dora talk to her, that was what I started to think.
じゃあ報酬は成功報酬で、その他の必要経費はこっちで持つってことで OK？
問題ない。
オカリンも鈴葉もそれでいい？
Yes.
私は手伝ってもらえるなら文句はない。
俺も構わない。
じゃあ契約成立ってことで一つ。
Moeka nodded slightly and then asked us for information about Kagari that may be a clue. Stuff like the clothes she was wearing when she disappeared and what she looked like. After that, she left. All the tension suddenly drained from my body as I sank into the sofa.
おじさん、本当に大丈夫？
大丈夫だ。少し緊張しただけだから。
It was a little late, but I took some anxiety meds out of my pocket and swallowed them.
おじさん、さっきの桐生萌香って人のこと知ってたんだね。
Yes, yes.
え？
She could tell.
マジで？オカリンいつの間に？
どうしてそう思ったんだ？
見ていればわかるよ。
I guess you have to be pretty sharp to survive on the battlefield.
いや、知らない人だ。
アルファ世界線では知ってた？わかった。これ以上は聞かないけど、私なりに警戒はしておくよ。
それでいい。今はな。
一体何のこと？
緊張したっていうことさ。
わかるわ。桐生氏は美人で巨乳でスタイル抜群でメガネ属性まで持ってるもんな。しょうがない。
そうだな。
If she was a part of my life now, I would just have to use her as best I could. Maybe it was because she was gone now, or maybe it was because of the anxiety meds, but I calmed down enough to start thinking that way. Of course, who knew I'd feel the same way the next time I saw her, face to face. Maho. The Japanese office of the Global Brain Science Comprehensive Research Organization in Waco City, Saitama. Maho Hiyayo had tried her best to hold back a yaw, but in the end she gave up and opened her mouth so wide it covered well over half her face. No, wait. No, don't do that, it's contagious. One reason was that she gotten caught up in talking to KIRYU last night, and only ended the conversation after it was late into the night. At first, they'd been discussing the research and experiments she'd been doing, but at some point she got sidetracked into talking about Rintaro Okabe. Evidently, he'd been ignoring calls from KIRYU for the last few days. KIRYU was much madder at him than she was when he ignored her the first 8 times. It was the first sign of femininity that she ever seen from KIRYU. It was cute enough that Maho couldn't help but take the chance to get back at her for all the teasing she always did. She ended up staying up a lot later than she intended. And since she was too energized to sleep by that point, she got out KIRYU's old laptop. She started to fiddle with it so if there was some way to crack the password, and the next thing she knew, it was morning.
パスワードね。やっぱりプロにでも頼んだ方がいいのかしら。
何の話だい？
She suddenly heard a voice behind her and almost jumped out of her chair.
そんなに驚くことないじゃないか。
教授、戻ってたんですか？
ついさっきね。
He raised up his hand and showed her some plastic bags from a nearby convenience store. He left to get lunch just 10 minutes ago and she'd been sure he won't be back for a while.
それにしても日本のコンビニは食べ物の種類がいっぱいで本当に素晴らしいね。毎日違う弁当を食べても1週間もすればすぐに新しい弁当が出る。しかも店によっても味が違うから毎日コンビニでも飽きないよ。
コンビニのお弁当ばかり食べていると栄養偏りますよ。
それでもアメリカの食事に比べればかなりヘルシーだよ。第一、食事についてのお説教だけは魔法には言われたくないね。
He was right, nutrition wasn't an important consideration for Maho. In fact, she ate mostly cereal and meal replacement shakes, which made her diet very unhealthy.
ところで何をプロに頼むって？
あれはなんでもないです。なんでも。
It won't bother her if Leskin found out, but for some reason she suddenly decided not to tell him.
そうかい？私でできることなら力になるよ。
ありがとうございます。その時はお願いします。
She stood up and headed for the door.
魔法、どこへ行くんだい？
気分転換も兼ねて秋葉原に行こうかと。
気分転換で行くにしては随分遠いね。ウィンターローに会いに行くと素直に言えば許可しよう。
そんなんじゃ。
違うのかい？
ついでに会いに行ってもいいですけど。
Okabe had a laboratory in Akihabara, had told her that last night. She said something about how he'd been avoiding it for a long time and only recently started going there again. Maho was a little interested too.
言っときますけど違いますからね。そういうのじゃないですからね。
私はまだ何も言ってないよ。
というわけで今日は研究は休みます。
ウィンターローによろしく。
First, KIRYU another professor. Why did they keep trying to make everything about romance?
っていうか、ああいうのもセクハラよね。今の世の中じゃ。
For one thing, she wasn't going to Okabe's lab just to visit him. She wanted to see him again and see if she could get any hints about the password. He had said he didn't know, but he'd probably be able to come up with more than she could on her own. That was what she thought after seeing how he interacted with Ahmed's. You could call it a woman's intuition. She was thinking about that when she changed trains and got off at Akihabara station. She felt like someone was watching her and spun around. It was a weekday, but the station was crowded. She looked around at all the people, but none of them seemed to be paying her much attention.
気のせいよね。
She whispered to no one in particular as she started to walk again. KIRYU had told her the location of the future gauge lab. She wasn't familiar with the layout of Akihabara, but if she needed to, she could ask her for directions. But what if she came in unannounced and Okabe wasn't there? That bothered her a little, but she decided she could just leave it that happen. Her eyes lingered on the junk parts lined up in the bins at the shops as she walked when she felt someone looking at her again. But when she turned around, she still didn't see anyone. She started walking again, then went around a corner into an alley. And then she was sure of it. Footsteps. She could hear them behind her. Of course, that was nothing special. She would often be out walking at night and her footsteps behind her. Oh, really? She speed up her pace, only to see an irritated man walk past a moment later. But this time, for some reason, she was sure it wasn't that. She decided to try walking faster and found the footsteps went faster too. When she went slower, so did they. Whatever she saw was seen like this in a movie. She imagined that she just kicked the guy in the face. Now that it was actually happening, she was too scared to turn around. She fumbled for the phone in her pocket. The idea of calling the police never occurred to her. The only thing she thought of was the name of the man she was trying to meet. She picked it out of her call history and pressed the button with trembling fingers.
お願い。
The footstep overlapped with the sound of the ringing.
岡部さん、助けて。
The footsteps were almost on top of her, just when she couldn't take it anymore and was about to start running.
もしもし
She heard a voice coming from the other side of the phone.
もしもし、岡部さん。私、ヒヤ城です。今、あなたのラボのすぐ近くまで。
But she didn't get to say what? By the time she realized that someone had grabbed her from behind, the phone had what? No, wait.
これは
Oh my god, don't kill. What the hell? I asked MOEKA KIRYU as I took the paper she offered me silently. Wait, oh my god. Okay. She contacted Daru just 10 minutes ago and told him she was on her way to the lab. And she arrived right at the time she said she would. She must have been very close when she contacted him. What was she going to do if no one was here?
報告書。
Evidently, it was a report about her investigation thus far. The stack of paper was shaking a little in my hands. I still felt some unease when MOEKA was in my presence. Maybe it was just because of the anxiety meds I'd taken right after she said she was coming, but I was still doing a lot better than yesterday.
どう？おじさん。
やっぱりそう簡単に見つかるもんじゃないな。
そう。
She must have been expecting something, at least a little. There was an obvious tone of disappointment in her voice.
かがり。どこで何してるんだろう。
With no way to answer her, I just silently flipped through the page of the report.
どうしたんオカリン？なんか有力な手がかりでもあったん？
いや、そういうわけじゃないんだが。
見せて。
I handed the report over to Suzuha without complaint. I pointed to the part that interests me with a finger.
調査の中で一つ興味深い事実が浮かび上がった。
What?
この 1,2 ヶ月の間で 椎名かがりという名の女性を探している人物が私たち以外にも存在するらしいということ。
MOEKA, thank you. What the hell?
どういうこと？
読んだままの通り。
Which meant my phone started ringing before I could finish the thought. The caller was Maho Hiyayo. This was an important discussion. I just had to call her back in 5 minutes. She forgave me for that much, I was sure. I was more interested in this other person who was looking for Kagari. Who were they? Had they met her? If they knew what she was up to now, would it be worth talking to them? Maho was still calling. Was it something really important? Normally I just ignore her and call back later, but
悪い。ちょっといいか。
for some reason I had to answer. That's what I felt like.
もしもし。
もしもし岡部さん、私ヒヤジョーです。
She sounded on the verge of panic, and my voice naturally rose to match hers.
どうしたヒヤジョーさん。
今、あなたのラボのすぐ近くまで。
Immediately afterwards, I hear what sounded like a struggle, and then something hitting something else.
ヒヤジョーさん、ヒヤジョーさん、どうした？
And then there was only silence.
オカリン、何かあったん？
From the tone of her voice, it was obvious something bad had happened.
知り合いが誰かに襲われてる。
マジ？知り合いって誰？
But I didn't stay to answer his question. I grabbed the nearest thing that I could serve her as a weapon and ran out of the lab. She said she was close to the lab. If she was coming from the station, I had to choose a road that not many people would go down. She was probably the alley directly in front of the lab. I saw someone there. They were tall and slender, and I could see a tiny silhouette struggling behind them. That was, I knew, the only girl I knew that side was Maho. Wait, what? Huh? Someone had grabbed her and she was trying to sprint to escape. The hell? Okay, Maho is very tiny. The person who was holding her turned in surprise at my voice. It was only then that I realized that it was a woman and that she wasn't Japanese.
岡部さん。
おい、ヒヤジョーさんを離せ。
Did she not understand me? No, but she should have been able to guess what I was getting at.
その子を離せ。
I tried to strike a threatening pose with the weapon in my hand. I finally realized that what I had brought was the Cilalium saber. Still, it would serve her as a bluff.
もう一度言うぞ、その子を。
違うの、岡部さん。
It wasn't. It wasn't like what? Oh! The woman let go of Mahoko and smiled. She would walk towards me with her arms open wide.
Are you Maho's boyfriend?
Before I could ask what was going on, she wrapped her hands around my back and gave me a firm hug.
だから違うって言ってるのに。
I had no idea what the hell was going on, but the two soft objects pressed into my chest kept me from moving.
それじゃあ、この人はヒヤジョーさんの知り合いなのか？
ごめんなさい。私が早とちりしたせいで。
I'm Judy. Judy Reyes. pleasure meeting you, Mr. Okabe.
Aww. The moment made Judy Reyes offer me her hand. Her broad smile like the sun itself.
Nice to meet you.
I love when you talk English.
日本語でいいわよ。
Ah,
教授って日本語喋れたんですか？
ええ、実はね。
知らなかった。でもどうして？
女も私くらいの年になるといろいろあるのよ。
her mischievous wing looked pretty good on her.
それじゃあ改めて。ジュディレイエスよ。よろしくね。
I returned her handshake.
岡部倫太郎です。
レイエス教授は今度日本で開かれる AI 関係の学会に出席するために来日したんですって。
教授っていうことはビクトル・コンドリア大学の？
サイコフィシオロジーを研究してるわ。
サイコフィ
精神生理学のことよ。つまり脳の活動によってもたらされる心の働きとか心の病気なんかについての研究をされているの。
Wait a second, psychology and biology. And we talk about chimpanzees and orangutans. Huh. Biology is about animals and things of the natural world, right? Huh. I'm not thinking anything about it. I'm like, huh.
そういう意味では私たちの研究よりもずっと人の役に立つ研究をされていると言っていいかもしれないわね。
そんなことないわ。あなたたちのアマデウスだってこれからの発展次第では十分に役に立つ技術になるわよ。
そう言っていただけると嬉しいです。
In short, Dr. Reyes had happened to see Maho on the streets of Akihabara and had decided to surprise her by grabbing her from behind.
でもレイエス教授も人が悪いですよ。駅からつけてくるなんて。
つける？魔法？私が？
ええ、後ろをついてきてましたよね、ずっと。
そんなことしてないわ。私はさっきそこのショップでたまたま魔法を見つけたからちょっと驚かそうと思っただけよ。
え
Maho had only just relaxed when Dr. Reyes just answered drained her face of its color.
ヒアジョーさん、つけられていたのか？
ええ、確かにそう感じたんだけど。
レイエス教授、誰か怪しい人物を見かけたりは？
Dr. Reyes denied with that unique shrug that foreigners always do. I looked back over the alley, but of course I didn't see anyone.
じゃあ私の勘違いだったのかしら。
きっとそうだわ。だって日本は世界一治安のいい国でしょ。
Was it?
魔法はこの後どうするの？
私は
Reyes seemed to sense something in Maho's silence.
なるほど、そういうこと。それじゃあ私は行くわね。リンタルもそのうちゆっくり話しましょう。
Okay.
バイ。
Bye. She gave me a meaningful wink and she left. The station was in the opposite direction, so I have to say something. I got a strange sense that she was feeling me out, but it seemed like a waste of time to resist.
というわけで、彼女がヒアジョーさんだ。ほら、前にセミナーで会ったって話したことがあっただろ。
Okay guys, so we gonna let it deal here. So, what big recopilation of what we got? We got chimpanzees dying and orangutan, I don't know. We got that, but we got also scientists missing or dead or missing that are working in an AA I guess it's a medus. I think so. And we see animals. We don't see humans. And the animals doesn't have the brain and all that, huh? What do I do with that? That I can just guess that they are kind of connected. Maybe. Is that useful information? No. And somebody else is looking for Kagari. But who? Who could? I am trying to guess. I will just start to take everything in. I mean, we're just in chapter 2, so I don't have the right to try to analyze stuff yet. So yeah, and what Lukaku wants? We never went to talk to him or anything like that. Can I talk to him? Wait a second. I'm gonna do something very random. No, I cannot. Can I call? Can I call him? No, I cannot call him either. Never mind. So yeah, guys. So no, I don't want to log. I want to save. Yeah. So yeah, guys. Thank you, and see you in the next one if you guys want. I don't know.
Lose myself in this city now.